Hello, everybody. Welcome to another installment of Biology in the Basement with your host, Mr. Andraco. The purpose of each of the following lectures is for you to follow along and to fill in your squares on your spreadsheet, whether you have a digital copy, which is shared down below in Google Classroom, or you brought home your big spreadsheet. Either way, you can fill those in as I lecture each of these slideshows. So we're going to start from the top down. If you have gone back, the bacteria one was done by me. The protist one was done by me. So the next one is Cnidarians. And so I will present the Cnidarians lecture right now. Post these starting tonight. It's Sunday night right now that I'm doing this. And I'll get through as many as I can over the next couple days so that you can finish up those objectives that you have, because this answers those. So let's have a fact of the day so that we can get started. And I'm going to have to consult my notes for this one because it's pretty good. And that is, of course, virus related. The first virus that was discovered was called the tobacco mosaic virus. It was discovered over 100 years ago. It causes a mosaic-looking disease in tobacco plants. It can survive for years in cigars and cigarettes made from infective leaves. The guy Wendell Stanley won the Nobel Prize in 1946 for discovering that it's made from protein. So they studied this virus quite a bit. And of course, that was right the two parts of a virus, the capsid or protein coat, right? And then inside of it is a nucleic acid, either DNA or RNA. So that will help you with two of your objectives right there. You're welcome. All right, let's talk Cnidarians. Okay, here's your definition, right? Cnidarians are aquatic invertebrates of the phylum Cnidaria. So if we were to start at domain, this is eukarya. Within that, we are talking about the animal kingdom, and this is a whole phylum. So this is a very broad group of organisms. They are multicellular, right, for your checklist. They have no backbone, and they have no skeleton. I mean, you can write hydroskeleton. That's a good vocab word that they use there. The next ones here are their subgroups, right? You don't have anything to fill in for this one, but this is their subgroups within the phyla Cnidaria. These are all the different types. And so getting into your slideshow as far as their nervous system, right? They don't have a full nervous system and brain like we do. They have nerve nets. So use the word nerve net for that square. Circulatory system, they do not. You can call it a water vascular system, as it's often called. You can also just say diffusion. Either one of those words will work. Digestive system. Most of the time you're going to write the term continuous, meaning it goes in one end, comes out the other. But this is the exception to that rule, where they have what is called a mouth anus, where it goes in and the food is digested by enzymes. It diffuses to all the cells of the body, and then it just gets coughed back out, hence the name mouth anus. So that's what you would write, unfortunately. Respiratory system. They just get this through simple diffusion. So that's all you have to write. They don't have lungs or gills or anything fancy like that. Next one is sensory organs. They don't have eyes and ears and noses and things like that, but they do have light senses as well as what we would call orientation. They know what up and down is. So you can put things similar to, I would say, just orientation. They can detect chemicals as well as light. So that would be good for most of the Cnidarians. Are they warm-blooded or cold-blooded? Technically, they are in response to their environment, right? It's not really the blood. It's just really endothermic and ectothermic are the terms. We didn't get to those yet. So we just stick to warm-blooded and cold-blooded. But they're affected by their environment, ectothermic. So they are technically cold-blooded. All the reproductive stuff towards the end here, right? Most of them are egg layers, but they can bud off of the other ones. The Hydra, as we've seen, practices asexual reproduction and can bud off of itself. They do not nourish with milk. They do not care for young. Their fertilization is usually external. So for those last ones, they are cold-blooded, egg layers, external fertilization, do not nourish with milk, and do not usually care for their young. They put some other nice facts in here. So that's really nice. Some of them are bioluminescent. They used to be known as the nematocysts, or something, nematocytes, I can't remember, but they have nematocysts, which are stinging cells, where they originally got their name, then they changed to Cnidarians. But yes, they even did refer to the mouth anus. I wasn't lying. I swear that is a real thing, as gross as it sounds. So some examples, I think, is the last line in your worksheet. A specific species would be the Hydra. A brown Hydra would be a specific species. Of course, you could look it up on your own, but all of those jellyfish and Hydra and things like that all qualify as Cnidarians. So there is your first lecture. Please follow along. Fill in the worksheet as you need to. I think all the information is there. Feel free to comment below if I did forget something. And hope you learned something. Thanks.